My integral Virgos, hello. Welcome, my dears, my doves. Thank you for joining me at Inner Landscapes. This is going to be the monthly intuitive astrological reading for May 2023 for all my lovely integral Sun sign in Virgo in the third house placement children. And as usual, this reading is for the children. Any child with this placement that you are looking to gain insight on, that you may be helping raise or know someone who's raising someone with these placements, or you as the adult are a Virgo sun in the third house and are actually looking for some insight on how to better care for your own inner child. So those are the possibilities. All, of course, are welcome regardless to watch and gain insight if you so dare. Working with a new spread. I'm not sure if I've already laid it out for you or not, but just in case, I will be going through what each of the placements mean, so you can follow along and get a good understanding of the properties of the reading. Anyway, what else? I think that's it. So we will go ahead and find out what's on the docket for our blessed Virgos. What's happening for these Virgos? What would you like them to know? What messages do they need to hear? What do they need to be aware of? Especially for this month of May. What's left in it? Also, this could just be for a confirmation of what has already happened or what may be about to approach in this Virgo's life for the remaining days that are in this month, either or. I'm getting, and I don't think it was my own, I'm getting the question or the idea, why don't I do a live reading? I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't guided to. I feel like that might be more coming from my dear Virgos, but okay, we'll see. It's not on my agenda, but one never knows. I'm getting for those older Virgoan children, maybe teens, or even the adult Virgos looking for inner child insight. You're looking for you're doing a lot of inner reflection, which is really the same as insight, but am I possibly picking up that some of you may be getting this inner reflection or insight, or seeing a mirror in another, seeing your reflection in another person. And that's helping you do insight, major insight, and introspection. We'll see. It's possible. We'll see if it comes up in this reading. But the reflection thing I am definitely picking up. The mirroring scenario. Okay, let's see. All right, the first card placement tells us the essence of this child, this lifetime, what their essence is, who they are, what they're about. And if not just overall in general for this lifetime, what their essence is, who they show up as, it could just be for what their energies are showing up as this month, for this month. And for that, who this Virgo is, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. They're coming out of a period of inaction where some serious introspection and transformation even have taken place. They're ready for action. They're ready to I don't know why, and I don't, unless this is again more for older Virgos. This may even be your adult children that's a Virgo, or adult child that's a Virgo, but I don't know why. But the reason I said it may be for an older Virgo is because it's very likely a younger Virgo would not be getting coming out of a repose to mend something, because I'm getting that they're coming out of this. They've gone through some transformation and they're looking to make amends. I'm hearing stop the bleeding. They're looking to stop the bleeding. I don't know if it's for themselves, for someone else. Likely for someone else, because they're coming out of a period of rest where when you're in that period of rest, you would be healing, but not the bleeding, if it's for themselves, would have been stopped before they go into this period of rest. So I feel like they're looking to make amends, stop the bleeding for another, possibly. And they're taking their sword of truth with them, meaning there's going to be a talk, a conversation. I don't know why I got it as, instead of a conversation, I got a talk. But there's going to be a talk, and some truths are going to be relayed, told, spilled. Yeah, I think this is for our older Virgos. Yeah, they want to... the way this is being given to me is so interesting, cute, but it's kind of funny. They want to, where a door may have been closed or was closed, they want to open a window. So this Virgo is going to find opportunity wherever they can get it, wherever they find it, where they see it. That's a lot for that first card. So that's their essence. That's who they are, at least this month, possibly overall. Okay. Next placement shows us what motivates this Virgo, what drives them in this lifetime to do the things they do, to act the way they act, and that is the Six of Wands. So this is very similar to a previous reading I just did for another sign, but what drives this Virgo is success, victory, accomplishment, winning. They have a passion for winning. It's their personal power. It's what they see as their personal power to win. Win, win, win. Yeah, I'm just getting the winning aspect. So kind of plain and simple, that's what motivates them. To achieve, to win, to have success in what they set out to do, to come back victorious. All right, so that's that. That's what drives them in this lifetime, to do what they do. The next 3 cards in this spread are what I consider the power of 3, or the Trinity series. And I consider them that because they point potentially to 3 areas in the birth or natal chart, astrological natal chart of this of this child. Where these it essentially just talks about where these placements the possible placements in this child's chart. I'll just leave it at that. Regardless, the first card in this series, this Trinity series, shows us what I consider to be the South Node, which the South Node indicates where this one has just come from, and it usually means in a previous life, experiences that they have gone through in their last life. Although it could be earlier in this life, it could be pointing towards that. And again, since this Virgo seems to be an older child, it could be pointing to very well experiences that they've already had amassed in this lifetime. But again, usually it's talking about something in a previous lifetime that they brought skills sets and tools that they've acquired from those previous experiences and situations into this lifetime, this current lifetime. And they are able to use these tools throughout this lifetime whenever they so choose, because it's theirs. They've already acquired it based on what they've gone through. The second card in the Trinity series shows me where they have karma in this lifetime, where energies have amassed and need to be worked out and balanced out in this life. Essentially, because of previous life or past decisions and choices that were made, they're now having to deal with the consequences, the energies from that, and work through them and clear them out, etc., to balance their energetic universal bank account. So that's the karma placement. The final 3rd card in this Trinity series shows me the opposite of their South Node, which was where they came from previously and what they've been through previously. North Node shows me where they're heading towards, especially later in life, or going into their next life with. So which will essentially become their South Node, possibly, in their next life. But also, it's where they're being guided towards, their inner guidance, their inner compass, their guiding light, their North Star, what they're being drawn towards, magnetized to, what their highest aspiration for this lifetime is, their goal, their highest goal is in this lifetime. And that's their North Node. But the way I also view the North Node is that it's very likely that it could indicate their sun sign, what their sun sign will be for their next lifetime. So if they happen to be an Aquarius, North Node in Aquarius in this lifetime, it's quite possible that it's pointing that towards the fact that they'd be an Aquarius sun sign in their next lifetime. So that's the way I pick that up and look at that. So back to, we left off at the South Node placement. And the card they have for their South Node placement is the Six of Wands in reverse. So you have the Six of Wands twice here. So interesting. Well, so that's would explain why they're so, this one is so motivated by winning in this lifetime, is because they came through previous experiences that they were not successful in, that they weren't able to accomplish their goals for whatever reason. They weren't crowned with the glory that they wanted in previous experiences, previous life. Yeah. And I see it is something that they wanted desperately. So it's carried over to their current life's driving point, their motivating factor, what inspires them. That's the South Node. Next card, the Karma placement card, is Ace of Cups in reverse. So they're having to work through, and it probably links back to things, situations, scenarios where they were unsuccessful previously. Part of that, it looks like, was, which is what they're having to work out now, part of that was unsuccessful love life, or unsuccessful with connections in relationships, especially ones that actually were important to them. I'm getting in this, I don't know if it was 5 in the last life that were unsuccessful connections, but in this lifetime they have 5 major connections that they are needing to work through karmically and balance out the energies. 3 important ones, but 5 total. Well, they're all important, but 3 major ones. 2 that maybe just had some sewing up to do, tying up loose ends. Yeah, so that is their karmic situation in this life. And I want to also add the note that for these energies, it's learning also and dealing with and understanding why these connections were presented to this Virgo in the first place, but also coming to the point where because I'm seeing in this card that they rejected them for whatever reason. They seem to be the one who rejected these important relationships, these important ties that were hand given to them by God, by the Creator, but were not treated as important and seen for the importance and the value that they were or are to this Virgo. And I mean like on a silver platter is what I'm being shown. Handed to them, this Virgo, by Source, by our Creator, on a silver platter, but at some point was rejected by Virgo. And the caveat that I was, not caveat, but the note that I was given on this is that this Virgo did so because they didn't see enough nourishment in it. That's why they that's why there was rejected connections, or rejected love, or unfulfilled love might be the best way to put it. Yeah, because they didn't see any abundance, any nourishment in it. So that's what they have to work out karmically. Right, and then the final card in the Trinity series, North Node placement, is the Page of Swords in reverse. Ooh. This has all to do with communication and not, excuse me, as I say that, my throat just starts, going a little haywire, but they're being led towards experiencing or learning that, yes, communication is a personal power, but it's not something to be withheld as a source of power. As a source of power. It's not with communication isn't something that should be withheld for power plays. I think that I'm saying that right, what I'm picking up. Communication is a source of personal power, but they are being led towards the understanding of the fact that it should not be misused or abused, and that can easily happen when you withhold it for personal power, when you withhold communication for personal power and control and personal strength, because that's not where it is wise to glean your personal strength from withholding from others. It'll come to your detriment doing so. And I'm trying to pick up what sign the North Node might be in, but I'm not getting the greatest bead on a placement. Could be Aquarius, but it may be a cross between Aquarius and Gemini. as far as North Node placement. Or North Node energies, if not placement. It's very, the energies are very Aquarian and Gemini based. So that's the North Node. Then we have how you as the viewer can best help support who this Virgo is in this lifetime, and how you can support them being the best of themselves, best of who they show up as in this lifetime. And that is the King of Wands. You can best help them by, or support them by helping them to discover what their true personal power is, helping them to uncover that, and not helping them to not fall for or go towards false senses of empowerment. Things that won't lead them to true empowerment. Case in point, the Page of Swords in reverse that I mentioned as far as withholding communication. False sense of empowerment, helping them to see what constitutes false sense of empowerment and what constitutes true personal empowerment, true confidence, true self-confidence. And it's not ever through being the cause, or the detriment of another. That's never true personal empowerment, personal power, or it's definitely the opposite of true self-confidence. To build yourself up, to truly sit in your own power and have mastery over yourself and your personal power, who you are, doesn't ever come from gaining victory over another in a detrimental way. So helping them to discover the difference between those things will be the best support you can lend them. The final card in this spread shows this Virgo's deepest need in this life. What they need the most, in this lifetime because of who they are. That is the Five of Wands. What they need the most is to truly understand and learn to discern when to withdraw, pull away their energies, mainly because there are too many cooks in the kitchen and it just wouldn't be worth adding to the mix, and when they should actually fight for something, stand up for something, and add their energies to a collective energy, a group energy, and not sit out on the sidelines. Discernment in that area of when and how to best place their energies, when to withdraw and when to insert their personal power, is their need, their deepest need. and it will get them the furthest in this lifetime, gaining an understanding of that. All right, that, my lovely, lovely ones, is your Virgo reading for the month of May. May it serve insight upon insight for you and this child. And until next time, sending you all love and blessings.